Okay, in this video, I'm going to cover something that I forgot to cover and then some new features. So, what I want to talk about first is what I call smart or intelligent polygons. So, they are located on the second page right here, and you may have noticed this. So, make sure to have set texture on, and then I'm going to choose the left one. And what it does is it figures out how to draw a diagonal. So this one goes here, for example, and it fills in this diagonal piece. Now, you can't really put it here. If you happen to put this here first, then just, okay, fine, then that's not the right one, then don't put it there. But you can use this to very easily create these diagonal pieces. You can also put it here on this corner, here, here, and here. And so this particular one obviously only goes from upper right to lower left. And then I'll choose the other one, the one on the right, and that one can fill in these other spots here. Now, in this example right here, you can still do this, fill these in, but this only fills in corner pieces. So at the end of something like this, it can't, this is not a corner, it's the end. So it can't figure out what really to put here. And actually what it did is it decided to put, there really is two triangles there, but you can't tell. They're both of the triangles are dirt. So in situations like that, you can't really do that. Okay, so I added some functionality to the F5 key. So bring that up, and here are the additional options. I separated this out. These are the home and area settings and things that have to do with that. And then here are just other settings that deal with the designer. So you can now save the home and area as a specific file name or load one that you've already saved. So let me show you that first. I'm going to go home on the upper left hand corner here and here. Now you can go page up, which is a quick save, and then just go home insert. But if you want to, you can also go over here, home, then press F5, load area. The home and area appears there because that's the name of the quick save. Or I can go home and F5 and save it under the name for Velucra's Dungeon. You just press enter, and it saves it. Then when you're over here, you go home, F5, load area, and here it is, Velucra's Dungeon. That works fairly well. And then you can use that method to send me dungeons that you've designed. So you can design a dungeon anywhere you want, and then just save just that piece of the dungeon, give it a name, send it over, and then I can load it in to my world designer and see what you've done. The other options on there, now ground shade submap is for putting the shading underneath the trees. You can use that when you're designing forests. Here's the hill or valley size I recently added. And F4 changes floor. Let me show you how that works. Currently, let me turn off markers. And you can select a section, and then F4 will rotate these objects 90 degrees every time you press F4. And of course, Shift F4 will mirror them. If you want to rotate the ground polygons along with them, go to F5, turn this on, and then F4 will do that. The reason I set it up as an option is because typically I think you're going to want it off, because in the other video I showed you how moving the polygons for the ground tends to goof up when you're trying to set the terrain polygons to different textures. And I've been designing some things, and it just seems to be more useful to not move the polygons when you press F4 until end where you may be, finalizing your edges of round rooms like this. Alright, the last feature I want to talk about is the load backup map here. So if you lost something or something happened and you need to load a backup map, press this button. It'll show you all the backups for the current submap you are working on. So here I'm on map 25, so it only shows me the map 25 stuff. I did have it doing things on a daily basis. I changed that over to do it hourly. So if you do a save at say 10:30, it'll go in as the 10 p.m. backup. If you do it at 10:45, it'll be the 10 p.m. As soon as you do it at like 11 or 11:01, it'll be the 11 p.m. backup. So I can go back to like something I was doing way back here. It does not deal with special locations. It's only loading a backup of the geometry and the objects here. So that's what I was doing back at that date. It does not actually save this though in terms of this is not permanent. You'd have to say save map. So if this isn't the backup you want, just reload the map and it'll bring up what is current, and then you can load a different backup or whatever.